You're listening now to the Real Estate Lab with Bayut.
Hi, welcome to the third episode of the Real Estate Lab with Bayut.com. I'm Fibha Ahmed, the Director of Sales Property for Bayut and Dubai. Today is a very special day. We have Kika Pavese from Abu Dhabi all the way here in Bayut headquartered today, and she will be touching upon everything real estate all the way from the capital, Abu Dhabi. Hi Kika, how are you today?
Hi Fibha. I'm very good and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much for making the drive.
That long drive.
That very long.
My pleasure.
Brilliant. Kika has been in the real estate market for Abu Dhabi for about 10 years with MD Real Estate.
Correct.
Tell me, how did you get into real estate?
It's not a very interesting story. I came here, tried to work in journalism, couldn't really find a job. So I decided, why not real estate? And the compound that I was living, there was a small office called MD Real Estate. And I walked in and I asked, are you guys hiring?
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And today you are the managing director of MD Real Estate. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Abu Dhabi real estate market has been really booming in the last couple of years. Tell us about the most exciting things that happened last year. Any changes you noticed?
The most exciting things that you see, there's more tension in Abu Dhabi. You see Abu Dhabi is like a flower that is opening to the world. You see the misconception of the capital is people are getting away of it. They understand that we are open as any other country, as Dubai. And in terms of property and real estate, to see all these new developments coming, new developers coming to the market, it was something very, very rewarding to see last year. We were very happy to see buildings all over coming, new launches, and that's for me the best thing in Abu Dhabi so far.
That's a good point. Abu Dhabi is mostly known for all Aldar developments. I believe last year we saw some other names come up, and based on a report I was reading, the Offplan trend has really picked up, pretty similar to what has been going on in Dubai. Tell us a little bit more about how that segment is shaping, the Offplan segment of Abu Dhabi market.
Aldar led the market of Offplan for many years, and I can tell you, they're still the best. They're still very, very good, a very good development, trustworthy. And they are the biggest in Abu Dhabi. It's good to see other developers coming, different products being offered, different payment plans, different solutions for clients and buyers and investors. So the expansion of it is like, it's not a monopoly by Aldar anymore. Of course, Aldar still has the monopoly, but you can see that others can also be part of the game.
Brilliant. And any exciting project that was launched last year that you would tell all our listeners to keep an eye out for?
It wasn't launched last year, but you have Jubail Island. It's between Yas Island and Saadiyat Island in the middle. And it's being built as a community. It's not an off-plan project, it's a community. You will have a school, a clinic, a hospital, a sports center, a marina. And that's a beautiful new community coming to Abu Dhabi.
Jubail Island has been making the headlines lately. Islands all over in Abu Dhabi are very, very in news. What's this obsession with the island living in Abu Dhabi? Tell us about that. Why is it so popular?
So when you leave Dubai, for example, you're looking to rest. And that's Abu Dhabi. It's a place full of families. It's calm. There is no traffic like here in Dubai. And the island vibe gives you that rest. So recently we had the launch of Ramhan, for example. They say it's going to be the next Maldives. And that's the purpose of it. They want to bring stability, peace, tranquility to the city.
When we talk about Offplan and we talk about the real estate activity in the last year for the Abu Dhabi market, one thing that comes up is how do you see Abu Dhabi positioned against the global capital cities in the world coming out of pandemic, the way the country has dealt with the whole situation? What edge has it given Abu Dhabi in terms of investment?
So the pandemic, the way Abu Dhabi dealt with the pandemic was a bit different than Dubai. It was more of a call to keep the residents safe. So everything was closed and it took ages to open. Even Dubai people would not go to Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
I know people that didn't travel to Abu Dhabi for 3 years.
2 years for me.
See? So good example. So they decided to keep it safe for its own residents. And I think this shows a lot about what is to live in Abu Dhabi. So it's not about the full world is opening. It's about let's preserve those that are here. That's how I see it. And now the fact that they showed that to us, I believe it gave some confidence internationally to know in case something like that happens, that's how they treat us. And that's what I love about Abu Dhabi. It gives me goosebumps speaking about it because when you are in Abu Dhabi, it's not about your nationality, it's about you being a resident of that city. And that's how you feel you're treated.
With all the island living and all the activities and with Abu Dhabi being one of the safest cities in the world, I think a lot of talk has been around how it's very competitive for international investors to invest in such a safe and a thriving capital city as compared to other central cities like London, New York. I mean, it's still cheaper and the rental yields are great. So I think a lot can be done on that side in terms of attracting the international investors.
And the good thing about the off-plan market that is now leading Abu Dhabi is you can build up cash. You have great payment plans. So it's not about getting a mortgage or getting your return on investment immediately. So you have 6 months split payment plans, you can build up for it, and at the end of the day, you will have your property there. I'll give you an example. Al Dar, for example, every single launch they do now, they first open to the international market. So you have like 3 to 4 days only for international buyers. Everything done via Smart Hub and like emails and everything,
That's
expression of interest, and it facilitates it. And then the payments are via bank transfer. So it really shows the international market that we are open for more investment from the international market.
You touched on the systems and the regulations that Dubai has in terms of real estate. Lately, there has been Dari Initiative. Dari has open data for the transactions in Abu Dhabi. How is that going to help you guys as an agent in Abu Dhabi?
Going back to what we were discussing about new developers, I believe that when we're selling an off-plan project, for example, we have to guarantee the developer has an escrow account for that project. Dari has helped us on that. So every single project is listed there. You can see the escrow account. You can see with which bank they are with. That was a massive help. And then you can also search per agency. Every agency in terms of entity needs to have a license. So your agency will be there with a license. So when clients are dealing with us, I've been dealing with this company, immediately we go on Dari, we check, okay, this is a reliable company, you can continue dealing with them. Or this project, I'm looking at this project, okay, let's go on Dari, see if there is an escrow account, okay, let's go ahead and buy it. So it's been very, very helpful.
So the validation element really helps with that.
Yes, it was very much needed in Abu Dhabi.
Great. Tell me, when we were speaking the other day, you mentioned something about off-plan sale or an off-plan agent. How is that agent's training different than a regular agent's training? What do you do differently when somebody wants to specialize in off-plan?
To be honest, at the end of the day, there is one single thing that they all need to have, which is knowledge. And they all need to have knowledge about secondary and off-plan. When you're selling something that doesn't exist, you need to base yourself in what exists. So if we're doing something, let's say with Jubail, we know that the developers of Jubail are the same developers of Head Al Sadiat. So when we're selling Jubail, we compare to Heyd Al Sadia. That's what they've done. That's what you can expect. So that's the way. In terms of training, knowledge. Our training sessions are all about knowledge. We take, for Offplan specifically, whatever they buy on the launching date immediately gains value across the years of the project being developed. So what we do, we take the data from when it was launched and we show the incremental over the years to the agents, so they then have that data to show their clients, this is what you can expect.
Brilliant. When we talk about all these initiatives, how the market is shifting and the landscape of Abu Dhabi market is now opening up to the rest of the world, what are the three main expectations you have for this market in the next 12 months?
I'm expecting more launches, more projects coming to Abu Dhabi. I'm expecting more interest, international interest to come to Abu Dhabi. I'm really expecting to see the population to grow as well. We have now SeaWorld opening, and that's gonna bring lots of fresh people to the city. So my expectations are to see Abu Dhabi growing and to see Abu Dhabi even more exposed to the world.
Kika, we're gonna play a little game here.
Okay.
We're gonna ask you in one word, all things Abu Dhabi, yeah? You can use two words. If you're struggling with one, you can use two words, right? I'm gonna ask you some categories. The first one would be best place to live in Abu Dhabi.
Best place to live in. Depends who the person.
One word.
Best place to live in, Sadia Island.
Best place to invest in.
Yas Island.
One word. Why?
Fun.
Fun. Best ROI apartments.
Al Reem Island.
Best ROI villas.
Yas Island.
Why?
Low supply.
Best weekend staycation resort in Abu Dhabi.
Nurai Island.
Best part of being a real estate agent in Abu Dhabi.
I don't know, Abu Dhabi has my heart, so it's love.
One word to describe your life as an agent in Abu Dhabi, or Abu Dhabi is a place for the agents to be. What would that be?
Future.
Tell us all about the latest trends in Abu Dhabi real estate.
Short-term leasing is definitely booming. When the Abu Dhabi government announced, I immediately jumped on it, and this is something I really wanted to do. I love welcoming people to Abu Dhabi. So I opened a company with my partner, and we furnished the properties. We put so much love into it. I just want to bring more people, and when they come and stay in our properties, they don't want to leave. So that's why I opened this company, and you can see the market is talking about it. You can see everyone wants, like the number of inquiries we have is absolutely incredible. I'm actually, this new company is, we're going to sign up with Bayut in Dubizel, so we can bring more leads and advertise more our properties to people to feel how it's to live in Abu Dhabi.
Brilliant. And the luxury segment has seen decent price hikes, especially for Abu Dhabi as compared to the affordable segment in the last couple of months, I would say, in the last couple of quarters.
And you will see it even more. Abu Dhabi has a lack of very expensive properties. So there is nowhere in Abu Dhabi where you can find a property for 100 million dirhams. So you will see that coming to the market as well.
Excellent. Brilliant. So Kika, what advice would you give to a younger version of you 10 years ago?
If I could advise myself 10 years ago, I would have started investing earlier.
During these years in real estate in Abu Dhabi market, Bayut and MD Real Estate has been partners. Tell us about your experience with Bayut.com.
I mean, I think like us, like MD, you've seen us growing and we've seen you growing. It's incredible what you have done, especially during the pandemic. Everyone was so scared to risk, but you guys went full on. And I think you brought the market to a different level. So it's been a great partnership. I am a complainer at the end of the day. I'm not going to say it's all roses, but every time I have something to say, I have a full team of Bayut in my office coming to rescue and telling me what I need. So you are treated like a princess. I am treated like a princess when it comes to that. So it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to continue this partnership.
Thank you very much, Kika, for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. And thank you to all our listeners for joining us for this very special episode of the Real Estate Lab with Bayut.com. Please leave your questions, comments, and we'd be happy to get back to you.
You're listening now to the Real Estate Lab with Bayut.